Look Back is going to be probably the shortest runtime ever in cinema. This clocks in at 58 minutes. Definitely a refreshing pace compared to some 3-hour movies we get nowadays in cinema. But how does a 58-minute animation movie hold up? Well, pretty damn well. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Thank you for sparing your own time out to check out my review for Look Back. This will be spoiler free if you don't know anything about this or you haven't had a chance to see it yet, as I'm recording this review because in the UK it's just hit cinemas today. But it does come from Kiyotaka Oshiyama. This is centered around two characters called Fujino and Kyomoto. Basically, two young girls who are completely different people, different personalities, but a love of manga draws them together in this bond of friendship. And I'm gonna leave it there because there's more to it than that, but again, kind of spoiler-free territory. And after getting out of this 58-minute picture, I was thinking to myself, wow, they managed to accomplish so much in such a very little short time, in a great way, and also to its detriment. Firstly, let's touch on the positives. Well, the messaging here is fantastic. It's a one I think many people can relate to. In simplicity of the message, is about time passing you by, or a decision that you make, or a friendship that could be broken or amended, is something that can really affect you in life. This movie, Look Back, really relays in a great and simplistic way, but also a one that is very powerful. I mentioned, with a very short runtime, this manages to accomplish a lot that a lot of movies nowadays cannot do. That includes some big mainline Hollywood blockbusters, and I can only commend the creation and the writing with the script and animation department for what they were able to achieve with this. It kind of seems like a passion project, because I know the director, a cool little bit of trivia on IMDb, is that they spent 2.5 months in a production studio basically by themselves and working overtime to make sure that this was done in time for its deadline. Now that is commitment on a whole nother level, and there's a lot to admire, there's a lot to like. There is just a beautiful accompanying music, which might be some of the best music you're gonna hear all year in a movie in terms of like an original score, and that is by Haruka Nakamura. However, I have got to mention a big negative for me, which ultimately I'm not too sure if many people is going to agree with me here, but it was something that I guess wanted from Look Back, and that is purely simple: the runtime. And I commend the movie for doing what it could in 58 minutes. That's a hard feat to achieve for anyone, but I wanted more from the characters. I feel a lot of moments are sped up, a lot of moments I felt should have had like extra scenes attached to them, and ultimately after I walked out of this picture I felt like I wanted more, because with what happens and the twists and turns that we take, there's some really powerful and impactful moments. I want to feel more emotions in those times, but ultimately I was just like, I'm not really attached to these characters completely and 100%, where I'm fully invested and I can embody that powerful moment and messaging. There was just a lack of that. And again, I appreciate it had limitations. It can only do what it can in a very short, stretched runtime. So it's hard to have this critique, but ultimately, as a cinema goer and a cinephile and someone who just loves movies, I want to be able to have a great story, great characters, or even the worst of characters, maybe have a redeeming arc, whatever the case, and have that emotional investment and go on this ride and escape the world that I'm currently in the cinema seat and be transported to that world. And I feel like we'll look back, there was many times I was at that point, but with the character development, the lack of it, I couldn't fully get myself attached to this project. But I'm still going to give this a really good score. I am going to give it between a 3 and a 3.5 out of 5 stars. But have you seen this one? Are you going to check it out? Let me know down below in the comment section so we can continue the discussion down there. If you've enjoyed my review, certainly give it a thumbs up. But hey, in the meantime, feel free to check out my Patreon. Link down below in the description box from only £2 per month. Big thanks to all these awesome legends who support Patreon. Now, in the meantime, if you haven't seen these videos of mine, well, hey, have a bit of a deep dive. Click over here. Till next time, I'll see you guys. I'll be seeing you later.